I might be a psychopath.
Ah, man, I'm probably like putting out this video too soon. Is this too soon? It's too early. People aren't ready for this yet. Like, they can only take maybe once a week of Gundam's 2 cents or real time with Gundumb, I think. Real times with Gundumb is when I talk about shit off the top of my head, and Gundam's 2 cents is when it's actually a topic per se. Yeah, I suck at this, if you haven't noticed. Someone wrote me a message wrote a message about me like, look, it's Leafy. And I didn't even bother replying because I felt it wasn't even worth me bothering to acknowledge such a douchey statement. Number one, I've been on YouTube since 2005, or is it 2006? February 2006, like February 2nd. So, to the guy who wrote that, eat my small dick. I was doing this before Leafy. The only difference is I changed my format. Instead of me sitting in front of a camera talking my shit, I'm behind video games, which I much prefer because all the effort I had to put into lighting to make myself look remotely human, you know, like, then I got in a mask and that was a whole fucking shabazzle. It's a new word I just created. I literally just thought it up because, like, my stomach made this really queasy feeling and it felt like I could shit my pants, and I said shabazzle to just notify everyone out in computer land. So, fuck that guy, whatever. Oh, crap. You ever just have a moment where you don't know whether it's going to be a shit or a fart, but you let it rip anyway? And you gamble with your pants? Yeah, me neither. That just didn't happen. Ignore what I just said. Anyway, on the subject of trolls, JaysTwoCents put out like a 15-minute video of him being upset with people trolling him.
The comments section here on YouTube is just the cesspool of humanity. It is so full of negativity, it's not even funny.
I don't know what his bag is, alright? I don't have a problem with JaysTwoCents. I feel, JaysTwoCents is JaysTwoCents. Do I feel like he's kind of in a corporate pocket? I will not comment on these issues currently. So that probably explains how I feel there. I mean, let's face it. I've made just as many videos as Jay, but, I'm not as popular as Jay. Let's face it there, NVIDIA's not going to send me any type of sample to test out. And the fact that he recently did a video about the 1070 and 1080 overheating by EVGA, and it's like, oh, all you have to do is take apart your EVGA card, put on some new thermal paste, and then add like a thermal blocking thing on your back plate, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, frankly, as a consumer, if you just bought a 1070 or 1080 and it's overheating, you should not fucking be responsible for modifying the shit for a problem that should not goddamn exist on cards that fucking expensive. $650 fucking dollars from EVGA should state right there, this shit will not catch on fire and burn in my PC. I don't mind if you modify your own graphics cards. Like, people do that so they can overvolt. You bypass one of the capacitors in the back and you can get more voltage to your card and more performance, but it voids your warranty. But the people doing that know what the fuck they're doing. Average fucking consumer doesn't buy these cards, so, you have to troubleshoot your own video card. Fuck that noise. I get computers are troubleshooting, yes, but not to that extent. If my fucking CPU is setting on fire because of something shitty Intel made, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be like, just add some thermal paste and this extra little trinket here. Fuck that. And I'm a long-time EVGA user. Every graphics card from NVIDIA I've had was EVGA. So, I'm not biased here in any sense of the word. But that's another subject for another time. I got a little pissy. Jay being pissed at people sending him nasty messages. Like, really, Jay? It comes with the fucking territory. It's fucking YouTube, dude. Come on, man. I mean, look at this shit. The video alone got 300,000 fucking views, which means he made a lot of money venting his frustrations. I'd like to make a lot of money venting my frustrations, but that's just not going to happen. Let's face it, I'll be lucky if I make $1 from this, and I'll be glad I have it, too. I've lived poor. $1 goes a long way in the pocket of a man who's damn near a hobo. And the fact that he gets this angry, he's yelling about them. He's like, the YouTube comments are the cesspit of humanity. Doi! It's the fucking internet, dude. Every asshole and their mother can finally now say whatever they want to whoever they want without having to worry about a knuckle sandwich. So basically, Jay, when you get these angry messages, which I get so many times a day I've lost count, you know, I have people making fun of me or being assholes about the way I speak. You know, I have an accent, a New York accent, all right? So when I say ask or axe, it sounds like fucking Axe body spray. And you know what? I'll axe you in the fucking face if I ever get the chance you got a problem with it. I will gladly do it for you. I travel around with a baseball bat in my trunk, just in case I have to crack a motherfucker's skull. If you don't believe me, ask the guitarist in my band. I got pissed in New York City. I jumped out of my car, yelled at this motherfucker. I was like, don't you move! Don't you fucking move! And then, like, I go to my trunk, and I'm like, I got something for you! And then I'm, like, looking for my bat, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm gonna crack a motherfucker's skull! I don't give a shit, it's New York! Long story short, my bat was gone, and the guy ran off anyway. I'm lucky I'm not sitting in jail. But, sometimes I lose my cool. Sometimes. I'm not saying I'm a badass. I'm just like a small guy with a chip on his shoulder. So, like, I'll get in fights I can't win. It's like this Kids in the Hall bit.
First, I'm gonna kick your ass. Then I'm gonna kick the ass of your friends in alphabetical order. So he's gonna need some names.
So my point is, you know, Jay, let it go. It's fucking YouTube. You are going to get shit comments, and usually shit comments come from shit people. Do you really give a shit about shitty people? I mean, really, think about it. If someone takes the time out of the day to write you a nasty comment on YouTube, they're either A, a complete and utter total asshole, whose life is probably shit, and this is their way of shitting on you. It's called shit rolling downhill, Jay. And you're at the bottom, or at least your comment section is. Don't worry, Jay, I'm lower than you are. See, you're just as shit at the bottom of the hill. I'm under the fucking ground, fermenting and growing weeds while bugs eat me, okay? Like, chill out, dude. You're doing well. Calm down. Go kiss your wife. Play with your kids. You know, if you're so tired of this, it's like, you know, it's the point of where I'm thinking about leaving YouTube. You're not going anywhere, bitch. Cut the shit. All right, honey, the money's too good. All right, you could probably get a normal job, but you don't want a normal job. You like being your own boss. Don't waver around that I'm thinking of leaving flag, because you're not. I don't even make jack shit, and I'm fine with dicking around on YouTube. I've had real jobs. I've had real jobs. Not that fucking corporate desk, cubicle bullshit. I did that once. It sucked dick. I was fired in a day. Literally. I was working in my cubicle, and I did a really shitty job at my job. I'm not going to lie. And the guy was like, I don't think this is for you. Pack your things and go. And I'm like, okay, sir. I had a suitcase that was empty. So I was like, I took some pencils and Post-it notes. Fuck them, man. I got over in the system. But long story short, you work a job where your fists and knuckles and shit are bleeding when you're on a working dock, or you're working on cars or something. That's a real job. And then you got to deal with someone calling you an asshole in your fucking face, and you can't crack them because you could get a lawsuit for the company, and it's your ass then. YouTube is just, it's bullshit. Don't worry about it. If someone's writing you shit, they're probably an asshole shithead, has a shitty life, and this is them getting over on something. They're venting at you, okay? B, if someone's writing you shitty messages, it's probably because they're jealous of you in some way, shape, or form. You're pulling off something they couldn't possibly do. C, if someone's writing you shitty messages, it's probably because they're such a fucking zealot. They are such a fan of something you're talking about that they cannot stand your conflicting opinion on the matter. Even if you're right, YouTube comment asshole trolls are like feminists. You can't reason with them, and their logic makes no fucking sense. It's best to ignore them and move on with your life. And remember, if someone's writing you something shitty, you're probably kicking more ass than them, because you didn't take any time out of your day to recognize the shit they're doing to write something shitty about them. And if you do, you go to their page, they have 0 subscribers, they put up 0 content. What the fuck are you mad about? Fuck them, dude. Fuck them, Jay. Chill out, man. Come on. Jesus Christ. So what, you got some arm flab, dude? Who gives a fuck? All right, so what, people call you fat? Really? Are you gonna let people calling you fat bother you, Jay? Yeah, you were fat at one time, but who gives a shit, dude? People call me fat. You should see how skinny some parts of my body are, Jay. I look emaciated. It's because I don't make any money on YouTube. Wait a second. Does Jay ride a motorcycle? Because if he does and he has a better motorcycle than me, I'm going to take back everything I said and I'm going to leave him nasty comments. I really am. If he's got a BMW S1000RR, a fucking Ducati Panigale 1299, fully loaded with Brembo and Öhlins, I will squeal.